There we go. Morning, folks. Out here at Dutch Fork Lake in PA. I'm going on a, not really winter yet, but a winter bait run here to catch some carp. I'm going to put in the freezer, use for catfish bait. I'll explain here in a minute what I'm using to catch them on. That's a nice, it's actually a nice size for bait right there. Get him in the cooler here, clean him off a little bit now. So here's what I'm using. It's called a method feeder. Fix it there. So this is a method feeder, and this is called a hair rig. Basically what it is, tangled up there a little bit. It's a hook. It's got a piece of line that comes down, and I've got a piece of fake corn on the end of it. So what that does is, the way those carp feed, and I don't really fully understand, but the way they suck food in, they suck this in, they end up getting the hook. And all this is for, this is a little bit of weight, and then this holds, I'll pack it up with bait here. The bait I'm using today is just cornmeal, flour, whole kernel corn. I think I got some panko breadcrumbs in there. But all I do is do that. I kind of stick a hook in the top of this. That'll keep that right with the bait. That thing holds the bait, and it'll start kind of disintegrating in the water, kind of falling apart. And that just makes a nice little bait pile, and your hook and fake corn's right there in the middle of it. There we go. First time this pole's gotten hit, I've lost a few on the other side. One thing I did forget to mention is in that pack bait is also strawberry jello, and I put some vanilla in it. Feels like a little better one here. But yeah, still good size for bait. Carp in here don't get, you don't catch any really trophy size in here. That's actually a decent size one for in here, but it's absolutely loaded. With fish. Really, I just kind of mix stuff together. Key is you got to get enough flour to kind of hold it together. But you don't want it too hard, because then it won't disintegrate whenever it hits the water. You just want it to hold together during the casting process. Because you really want this to kind of disintegrate, kind of fall apart. Gotta hurry up and try to get them here. This thing's full of snags in here. That's a decent fish, I think. For here. Like I said, you're not gonna, I'm saying there's not one in here, but I've never caught any 8-10 pound carp in here. Just not gonna happen. I think they're kind of overpopulated and stunted. There he is. There we go. This is a nice small one for bait. Last one I caught's almost a little too big, but I usually fillet them, the bigger ones anyway. This is one though. Here I can cut, I'll cut just several chunk baits off it. That would actually be a good one if I was going fishing soon. Well, actually you're not allowed to in PA. If you're allowed to, you could keep that one alive. Probably use it for flathead bait. That other one gonna go? He got hit there. There we go. The good thing, if you can kind of keep casting in the same general area, you end up getting a lot of bait. I'm hung up. Getting a little slack here, see if he comes out. Oh, go up here and see if I can take him the other way. Well, at least got my bait back, or my rig back. Ooh. There we go. Come on. Feels like he's in something. He came out, I think. Action's been a little slow today for here. Usually it's pretty much non-stop. A lot of times I can't even keep 2 poles in the water. But it's not been like that today. I'm probably not going to fish here too much longer. Matter of fact, I might wrap it up on this one. Then I'll show you. Maybe I'll show you when I get back home. I'll show you how I process these up for the freezer. There he is. Nice little carp. Another good one to keep whole. Okay, so all I do is these small ones, I usually just freeze them whole. And I try to put enough in a bag that would probably get me for one fishing trip. That's usually, like 3 of those small ones would probably be good. And then, a lot of times to get them to vacuum seal, I'll put paper towels in there to kind of help keep the moisture, and then do like a gentle seal. And then the big ones, all I do, this is more to save space. I could actually leave them whole as well, but I just cut the fillets off. I'll leave the fillet whole. Help if my knife was a little sharper. I'll throw the fillets in the bag like that. I sometimes use paper towels to help keep the moisture so the vacuum sealer will work. But then whenever I pull them out and thaw them out to use, then I'll slice them up whenever I'm out there fishing. So anyway, pretty simple. Carp really freezes well. It stays good. You can actually fish for them all year round. I catch them, you know, this is November right now, but I've caught them January, February. So good fun thing to fish for during kind of the off season and get some bait. So anyway, I'll catch you next time.